I divorced my ex 12 years ago. I filed for the divorce. So if they're trying to change the narrative to make it look like I was caught in an adultery and he divorced me, that is not the case. I filed for a divorce from my ex based on our sexual differences, our sexual orientation. We have different.
Debbie, rocking her star. She knows all the great fashion trending in town. When it comes to talent, that's not all. She's very wise and intelligent, knows what she wants, so subscribe.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, you are welcome. If you have been watching but you're still contemplating whether you should subscribe or not, what are you waiting for? Please click the subscribe button down below and turn on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I upload a video. To all my old-time subscribers, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for staying with me. To some of you coming across me today, my name is Debbie. If you like what you see, which I believe you will, please endeavor to subscribe. Anyway, you guys, today I quickly want to, dabble a little bit into daddy-freeze situation. This has happened some years ago. I believe I made a video, maybe a couple of years ago, that the ex-husband of daddy-freeze's current wife is suing daddy-freeze. And I believe that time it was really messy because daddy-freeze's wife also came out, started dragging daddy-freeze as well. I'm not sure. I think I made a video about that. If I find the video, I will link it below. However, just recently the court has said the 5 million they asked daddy-freeze to pay to the ex-husband of his wife, the appeal court said that the payment stays, daddy-freeze still need to pay that money. And if you don't know daddy-freeze is online personality. He has done a lot of work and is well known in the social scene in Nigeria. And he is one of the person that called out all these pastors about. That is when I first knew about him, to be honest, when he called pastor out about the tithes and the way they ask people to pay tithes so that they can go to heaven, but from that time till now, I think he himself has fall off the wagon simply because he doesn't call out pastors that are his friends, even if they say something as ridiculous as it could sound. He will not call them out. So from there on, I started, not really believing whatever he's saying. Anyway, you guys, the court has asked him to do that, and daddy-freeze has responded by saying, I am innocent, I did not do it. I made them ask Kukute or Torito Romogbe, where they cry up and down for social media for the last 12 years to tell the world why his ex-wife left him. Listen to what she has to say, then I'll come back with the rest of my commentary.
I divorced my ex 12 years ago. I filed for the divorce. So if they're trying to change the narrative to make it look like I was caught in an adultery and he divorced me, that is not the case. I filed for a divorce from my ex based on our sexual differences, our sexual orientation. We have different sexual orientations. That is the story. That is the story that can never, ever change. No matter how they try to disguise it. I filed. And I remember quite clearly in court, my lawyer asked them if they have any evidence whatsoever to show that I knew who daddy-freeze was or daddy-freeze knew who I was before 2012. They should bring the evidence forward. Up until today, no singular evidence to show that I knew who daddy-freeze was before I filed for a divorce. So I filed for a divorce on the grounds of different sexual orientation. That was why I filed. Toxic marriage, battery, those were the grounds on which I filed. That is in my court documents and it can never change. And should they have any evidence contrary to that, we are currently in the Supreme Court. So they should bring all the evidence to the Supreme Court. Like I said, I am not here to explain anything. I'm in a happy place. I am in a happy place. Daddy Freeze makes me happy. He has given to me what I could not get with my ex. He's helping me raise children that are not his. When my ex refused to pay his children's school fees, he refused to send feeding money, no accommodation. For the past 12 years, I have been feeding my children, clothing them, sending them to school, caring for them, unassisted. Why? Because I asked for joint custody. I have always preached this in a divorce situation. Couples divorcing should please understand the importance of joint custody. Can I help you? What? I'm not with my glasses. I can't see him. Bring my glasses, please. So, I asked for joint custody. My ex asked for sole custody. That's where all this problem is coming from. Why would you ask for sole custody? You are telling me you have a sister that is mature enough, a sister you trust to raise my children. So I shall hand over my children that were 10-year-olds, 8-year-old, and I think 6-year-old to your sister to raise, right? So that is where all of this is starting from, while I wanted joint custody. They put me on medication that I rejected. I had gone through hell and high waters. And when I filed, I was being followed. Kidnappers were sent after me. But when the matter reached Anti-SARS, what's the name of that organ of Anti-SARS? Abakiari, yes. Abakiari, I sat with Abakiari face to face in Anti-SARS Lagos. My life is in danger. That I am going to be in court to testify. And people were following me, and one of the kidnappers was caught and taken to Anti-SARS, and he was beaten. The video is down. They asked him, who sent you to follow this woman? And he said it was her ex that sent us.
Anyway, that's Daddy Freeze's wife literally explaining about the timeline of their wedding, because obviously when she filed for divorce, she believed that she is divorced already. Because the court is taking longer, I think she waited, according to her, she waited for 2 years or thereabout before she started dating Daddy Freeze. But the husband sued based on the lady has been dating Daddy Freeze before she filed divorce. And they awarded him 5 million naira, but Daddy Freeze literally took it to the appeal court. And now, if you listen to her, they have filed it to the Supreme Court. And whatever the Supreme Court say is going to be the final. And for the lady to be saying that this man has a different sexual orientation when they are literally alphabet community, but they are denying the community because they don't want people to know. So this woman said she filed the divorce based on her ex-husband being a down low man. So obviously they have a different sexual orientation, and it's not something she wants to stay with. If that is truly what happened, then why did appeal court let such judgment stay? And more so, if truly she has filed for divorce before getting with Daddy Freeze, why would they award him that money if truly everything this lady is saying is true? Because you can tell she's so passionate about it. What she's literally saying is that if what they are saying is that if the court hasn't dissolved the marriage, despite it taking years, then you cannot get married and she's adulteress. They let the banner be upon her head and not on her husband, Daddy Freeze. I think that is what the woman is saying, because it was the ex that dragged Daddy Freeze to court, and it was Daddy Freeze they are asking to pay that money. I just don't know why why Yule Doche is not asked to pay such amounts, because his own is very, very glaring, but Daddy Freeze is saying that he didn't do it. I don't know what went wrong, to be honest. And for me, you say, he say, she say, the court will have to, look at it, especially the Supreme Court they went to. They will look at the timelines and everything. By then, I believe there is Facebook. They can, see things. So maybe the Supreme Court will look it more deeper than the appeal court, and more so that the freeze has stepped on a lot of toes, which might actually impair the judgment as well. I don't know. Maybe the judge is a member of Baba Adeboye's church, or the judge is a member of Antifunke. Because Daddy Freeze has stepped on a lot of toes. What do you think about this woman, the defense she puts up, and the reason for the divorce in the first place? Let's continue the discussion in the comment section below, guys. And on your way out, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share if you like it. If you haven't, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
So subscribe and get that gist with the one and only Debbie Pasta. Yeah, yeah.